to lose this channel again. But Zara, hopefully what I've said has been appropriate so far, and I'd like to bring you in now to please add to that.
Well, first of all, Sean, I'm so grateful that I met you, and I have to once again give a big shout out to Nadia who linked us up. And we're not really saying goodbye. We're just, you know, uh, saying I'm gonna be over here for a little while. So I personally think it's all good news. So I'll be talking more about it on my channel, but basically I have entered into litigation with my family, and this is very good. This is a very good step. This is what I've been trying to do for years. And although Sean originally said, you know, I mean, he has no cease and desist, he can keep going. And I said, but once you enter into litigation, you never know. People are going to get funny and slap him with something. And I just love this channel. I love the family. I love the community. I love the people. And I don't think it's right for me to stay here knowing that I'm very happily entering into litigation with my family. So it would be very selfish of me to put anybody else at risk. And also, the plan always was from the beginning that Sean was giving me a platform to share my story. And then he has been from the beginning encouraging me and teaching me how to have my own channel. And the whole plan has always been that I move over to my own channel. So we decided that now be the time for it. And I'll be giving like all the inside information on my channel because I don't want to jeopardize Sean. Sean, I absolutely love you. I love what you're doing.
Oh,
I
thank
love
you.
all of your people. Your community is, I hope, my community forever. I love you guys, and I'm not leaving and I'm not shutting up either. People are like thinking it's something it's not. I'm trying to protect my sources and my people, my family. So because it can get ugly, it can get very ugly. I don't want to pull other people into my mud fight, and I'm okay to stand alone. So it's not that we're even parting ways. I'm just taking a step back and saying I'm going to be over here on my channel because I don't want to bring anybody into my fight. I don't want anybody to get a cease and desist. And what I've recommended that Sean does is that he puts the videos on private for now. I am still going to be talking about that information, but I'm going to do it over on my channel. That way he can't be in trouble if at some point it gets to, you know, a place where they want to cease and desist people. So, what more can I say other than just a huge thank you? Like, what you've done for me is immeasurable. It's not just giving me a safe space to share my story, but you gave me a community of people that like just love me and accept me and healed me as the biological daughter of Robert and Esther Marley. And you guys are just wonderful. And I love you guys.
Look, Zara, your energy resonates with us because you are such a lovely, authentic person. And viewers, you know, this community, we are your forever community. We don't fall out with people. We support people forever. All my relationships with people are long term. We love you, and we're always going to support you, no matter what you are doing. And many of the viewers are asking for your channel link. I'm just going to put that in the live chat now. If you've not subscribed yet, that link will take you to Zara's channel, and it'll also take you to the live stream that's going to happen when this one ends. Everyone go over there, and then Zara will take your questions and she will get into more details. And Kelly, there's no reason to be sad that this has happened, because like Zara said, it's opened a door that she wanted to be opened in the court system so that she can authenticate her claims. And also, you know, like Zara just said, she has met this wonderful community of you, the viewers, and that's not going away. We've just got to, you know, protect ourselves from these dark forces who come up with all kinds of evil strategies to try and destroy our important work. So what's the old cliche? The battle, we may have surrendered, you know, one battle, but you know, we're regrouping, and our war. And then what I mean by that is, you know, exposing the sadist predator class that continues unabated. We just have to be sensible and strategic how we go about this, because it is a minefield out there, folks, whereby the dark forces pitted against us can weaponize certain things that we say, and you know, next thing you just wake up and your whole world is turned upside down. These people have unlimited resources to put you through the court system, and it doesn't matter whether you are ultimately proved right or wrong. In the meantime, they've bankrupted you and taken your house. That's called lawfare, and we've seen that played out over and over again in this country. I think it was Katie Hopkins completely lost her house on her entire life savings and her pension and was deplatformed when things that she said were weaponized against her. So we're in this modern era now of high tech, of censorious laws that we have to navigate. And I think we're doing a hell of a job to get this far, to be almost 1 million subscribers, and to have, you know, and thanks to having such great guests such as Zara and having this lovely community. So if there's anyone who's got any questions about what's happening, just put them in the chat and we'll say what we can on this channel until Zara takes everybody over to hers.
Thank you, Sean. And I want to say we're not surrendering at all. We're moving forward and we're being strategic. I feel absolutely not an ounce of surrender. I yesterday was in the old city with some friends, and we were absolutely celebrating that I've entered into litigation with my family. I've been trying to get them into litigation for some time. It's not so easy. They do have a lot of money and power, and they do have a narrative that they're trying to protect. And although they all know who I am and they know what I'm doing, they've been quiet for over 3 years. And anyone who's watched any of my content, I've repeatedly said, let's have DNA tests. My DNA, my paternity was proven when I was a child. Now, I don't have access to those records, so let's do it again. You know, I've never tried to, like, you know, like skate around things. I'm a very direct person. And so I want to go to court. Actually, I didn't want to go to court, and we're not going to court. There's absolutely no court anything right now, but I'm entering into negotiation, I guess, is it better. There's no litigation right now. So I guess I have to make a correction. I'm entering into negotiation, a negotiation stage with my family through lawyers. And I'm very happy about it because this is what I've wanted. But while we're in this process, I'm not going to even consider jeopardizing your channel, Sean, because of what you've built and the time and the energy and the love and the resources that it took you to build it. It would be absolutely selfish of me to enter into negotiation, which could come to litigation, which probably at some point has to, because, you know, when I submit new DNA tests and we work things out, I think it's going to be court supervised. I think that's, you know, but anyway, that's not what I'm going to talk about on this channel now. I'm taking it all over to my channel so I can talk freely and not jeopardize anybody. Because although Sean has most certainly not received a cease and desist, have you received a cease and desist?
No.
Right. So, but we're taking down the videos just to keep them private so that his channel is protected and not attacked and not used as a, you know, a ploy to inject darkness, tear down this wonderful platform. So, but I'll be doing it all over on my channel, which is basically, you know, what we wanted to do from the beginning. There was always a plan that I would move over to my channel, and it just so happens that, you know, I'm finally able to discuss legalities with my family. I'm very happy about this. We actually celebrated yesterday. Like, I posted some pictures. We had orange juice. We were raising our glass and celebrating. For us, this is not a surrender. This is not a defeat. This is like a celebration, and I'm really happy about it.
So we've got a question coming. Zara, will you have protection during these negotiations? I think they mean like physical protection.
I don't think so. I think the only protection I have is the hand of God. And hold on one second.
Yeah. So if you're watching, folks, the
I'm so
link is at the
sorry.
top. You okay? You're fine.
So forgive me. What was I saying? Oh, physical. Look, I've never really felt that I needed physical protection. I have been harassed. I have been threatened. I have had harm come to me in the past. But I'm just one of these people that like God's gonna take me when He wants me. And hold on one second. Natalia, you're making noise.
Okay.
I'm on live camera. I'm sorry. I have such a sensitive noise thing. So um, I believe in the hand of God on me. I believe that God will take me when He wants me. So maybe somebody wants to shoot me in my head, or maybe I'm going to get hit by a bus, or maybe I'll just choke on my own spit. God will take me when He wants me. So, um, you know, so I don't have like a bodyguard. I don't have money for the bus. I don't have money for a bodyguard, but I'm very protected. I'm absolutely protected wherever I go. Um, and I have good people around me. I have really good people around me, people that you don't want to mess with. So, yes and no. Do I have protection? Not planned or paid for protection, but I'm absolutely protected.
So Jay is saying, thank you for giving Zara a platform. You need to get a German Shepherd, Zara.
I have a cat. I have a 17-year-old cat. She's not going to tolerate any kind of dog, especially a German Shepherd.
Zara, you're
I'm not
divinely.
afraid. I'm not afraid of my family sending anybody to hurt me. I don't have that fear. And I understand that there are people that absolutely don't want me to inform people of their processes and what they really think and what they really teach and what they are about, what they're doing. Um, but I don't feel that they're coming after me. First of all, I'm not really mentioning names. They know I know names. I'm not mentioning names. I'm also not mentioning anything that can get me sued for character defamation. I've spoken to lawyers, I've spoken to legal authorities, I have found out what I can do, what I can say, and I only say what I can prove. So, and when we go over to my channel, me and Erica, thank you for being here. We're gonna get into exactly what's going on. Here I'm being very vague, but we're gonna get into it.
All right, so let me just read a few more of the comments. Let's see. A lot of people saying that they're subscribing to your channel. God is guiding you. We will all add to that beautiful energetic protection with love. We no longer consent to feeding the matrix through fear. You're so spontaneous. That is beautiful. And God bless you, Zara. Don't let fear come into you. It is not yours.
That's right.
You are such a strong person, Zara. I know when I was first talking to Zara, and I was saying that she was a power speaker, and I don't think Zara understood the full extent of her capabilities. And I was trying to explain, you don't need other people on the screen with you because you are just such an amazing speaker in your own right. And Zara was afraid that she would go off on tangents and stuff. But like I said in the very beginning, my ideal guest is someone I just sit there and listen to them. And Zara's certainly been that person. So put a 1 in the chat if you believe Zara is a powerful speaker who can command the screen on her own. And let me know what you guys think.
Well, I
Also,
don't
let
want
me
to
know in
be
the chat.
alone. I don't
Let me
want to
know
be on
in
the screen by myself.
the let me know in the chat. Out of all of the episodes we've done with Zara, which episodes have affected you guys the most, or you've learned the most from? I mean, or you've been like, oh my God, you had any oh my God moments? It's like tons of ones coming in. Thanks, folks. I think what's one of the things that strikes me was the conversation that you had with Diddy. I think that was in the very first podcast we did, and how he was talking about the destruction of his soul And you know, you were focusing on how people can rehabilitate themselves after going through these things. But you know, is the hope for everybody? Is that how compassionate you are, Zara? Is that what you
Well, I
think?
absolutely believe that there's a hope for everyone, but the key is that the person that wants to evolve has to do the work to evolve themselves. You can't sell your soul. The soul belongs to God. It can neither be bought nor sold, right? So turn back to yourself. The path of healing is a journey back to yourself. Remember that you're a divine, sweet, pure soul of eternal cosmic fabric, and you can design yourself for what you want to be. So even if you were captured as a child or looped in as an adult or drugged into the sadistic ritualistic system or, you know, um, activities in any way, it's up to you to choose what you want to do and how you want to do it. Even if you feel that you're being controlled, you can quietly inside yourself, you can make a commitment to wanting to return to that beautiful, sweet light that's inside of you, and you can do that. You can reclaim your soul. And that's what my book is about. It's about the lies and the deception of how they loop people into this ritualistic cult. And they're people that actually believe that they've sold their soul, they can't be saved. And that's the saddest thing ever. As long as you're alive and you're breathing, you can save your soul and you can save yourself and you can make amends. You have to repent. You have to really do the work. You can't just be like, oh, yeah, I want my soul back and then keep doing the bad stuff. You have to see it like, wow, this is not what I want to do. This is not who I want to be. You have to acknowledge that you were a victim if you were a victim. You know, people say, oh, victimhood. You have to. If you just act like you were never a victim, then there's nothing to heal from, and then the trauma never goes away. It just gets buried deeper and deeper. You have to acknowledge, wow, I was victimized. And then you have to take the next step forward. It's not, you're not what they did to you, but it's your responsibility to fix yourself. So no matter who you are, you know, people talk about Sean Combs being this monster, and he absolutely is. But he's a little puppy dog of the monsters that I know. He's just one little puppet out of so many. The whole system is sadistic. Everyone is been infiltrated in one way or another, whether you see it or not. But I think most people on this channel see it and they know it. The whole system is sadistic. The healthcare industry makes you sick and profits off your sickness. Anytime you benefit or profit off of another person's suffering, that's sadism. These sadistic elite people, they don't call themselves Satan worshipers, they call themselves sadists. They're very professional, they're very well educated, and they have a lot of money, and you don't even know it. Like lots of times you don't know. They could be like the librarian at your school or just a regular everyday person. They don't, not everybody flaunts their money. So this whole puppet show that's going on in the industry, the horrible things that Sean Combs chose to do, it's actually a very small fraction of what's really going on. So my advice to everybody is whether you are a survivor of SRA, whether you're a child victim that became abuser, you can heal yourself. I do have separate categories though. For the victims that never became abusers, they're top priority. For the victims that became abusers, there's a safe space for you to do the work in my realm of what I want to see happen. But absolutely, the victims come first. But for the ones that got trapped in it, I don't write them off. As long as they're alive and they're breathing, they can make that choice to say, I don't want to fucking do this anymore. This is not what I want. And you can choose what you want. So I encourage everyone to just turn back inside yourself and do the work that it takes. And even if you're just not even someone that's had such horrible experiences, we're all human beings. We all make mistakes. We all need to learn, live, and grow. And all of us should work on evolving ourselves. We don't have to be held in the past, whether it's our mistakes or our whatever, our bad choices. We don't hold people in the past. We hope that they evolve and they grow and they become better versions of themselves. So you don't have to be a survivor of SRA to take this advice, no matter who you are, everywhere in the world. it's very important that we do our best to understand that we're not locked into the past and we can keep evolving and we can keep moving forward. And that's what my message is about. And a lot of my content, it's not so much about, going round and around about what happened to me. There are places for this and it's needed. It needs to be exposed. But for me, it's too triggering to stay focused on what actually happened. And I want to move forward with healing, with the Women's Warrior Table, with different, ways for us to come together as a community. Like I say, we're all a piece of that puzzle, and we're not going to have a full picture until we come together. One man can't fix what a million men broke. And that is a direct quote from my father, Robert Nesta Marley. And he said it to me more than once. And he's so accurate. And when he said it, he was in a moment of like of it being like a light bulb moment. You know what I mean? He was like, "Yeah, one man can't fix what a million men broke." Seen? Imagine in his voice with patois, not mine. And it was such an awakening moment. It's like we're all waiting for Gandhi or Malcolm X or Martin Luther King or Robert Nesta Marley to come and save the day, and it's never going to happen that way. One man can't fix what a million men broke. It takes all of us together. We all have gifts. We all have different things that we can contribute. We all have strengths. We all have weaknesses. And we have to figure out what piece of the puzzle am I and where do I fit in. We all have to build our own communities. I never wanted to be the Women's Warrior Table where everybody has to come to get advice or healing or information. I tell every woman that comes to my table, now go and build your own Women's Warrior Table. Build your own community, because that's how it's going to work. It's going to work when all of us stand up and just shine in our own light and do what we know is right in the best way that we can to not just heal ourselves individually, but put ourselves back together as a community.
Well said. So in 5 minutes, I'm going to transfer all the viewers over to your channel so you can talk more in depth. But before we do so, let me just read some of these chats that have come in. Zara will have so many stories she could run 3 channels. What strikes me is Zara's focus on empowerment and self-healing. Sean, have you been on the 420 today? Notice you seem a bit more giggly than you. What it is, Ziggy has slept a few nights in a row, and your energy just roars back when you go in night after night of having no sleep, and then you get a few nights of sleep. You're on fire. You're on fire. It's a crazy cycle I'm on. All right. When you turn to yourself, you make yourself strong. They want your energy. Yes, energy harvesting, parasites. Everything is external except our direct relationship with Creator Source. Zara, you are a wealth of knowledge and a strong, beautiful, wise soul indeed. Zara is genuine. She says the truth about God. Yes, I turn back to myself, my true self. I love that Zara is so spiritual. Every single one is such incredible, so humble, and you allow your guests to really speak. Oh, thank you, Kelly. It's a choice between separation or oneness with the divine. And a question from Benny. What do you do with a parent who is distant from you?
What do you do with a parent who is distant from you? That's kind of a vague question. Can they put in the chat, like, what was the relationship before? Like, are they distant from you because of something that happened between you? Are they distant from you because they have maybe a mental or emotional unwellness? Are they distant from you because there was a bad divorce? Like, the reason for the distance is kind of important about what you do about it.
What I'm going to say then, Benny, is
if it's somebody that's distant from you because they have some of their own issues and it has nothing to do with you, well, then there's a certain way that you would approach them. If they're distant from you because maybe you didn't do the right things in the past, then there's a whole nother way that you would approach them. You'd have to, apologize and make amends, and, so it totally depends on why they're distant from you.
Yeah, Benny, let's take your further questions over to Zara's stream on her channel, where I'm going to send everybody over there now. Huge thank you for everybody who's tuned in. I need to grab some samosas because I'm back at the hour with a survivor. We're in the middle of 4 hours streaming right now. I just did an hour on Nino, David Rodriguez's channel. It's already been removed. from YouTube, I've just been told. So yeah, the dark forces are working against us, folks. So please support Zara. If you're watching on the replay, the link to Zara's channel is in the description box. And anything to add before I hit the button, Zara?
Just that I want everyone to know that we, of our own conscious choice, decided to put the videos on private to protect Sean. We were not, he was not given any cease and desist or told that he has to do that. This is a choice that I think we made, but I think that I was definitely the force behind it. That it's time for me to go over to my own channel and to protect himself as I enter into this stage that I've been waiting many years to enter into. I just want it to be known because, you know, sometimes I've already had people be like, because I was being hacked and I have lost a lot of my information, and I have a video of my stuff getting hacked, and then people are like, oh my God, and the YouTube videos are gone too. And I was like, no, I tucked them away for now, because we are rearranging things. And on my channel, I'm going to be explaining exactly what all that is. And Sean, I miss you already, but I know that we'll get the band back together in no time, and we're forever friends and forever family. And again, I can't thank you for what you've done for me. You have
Oh,
really, honestly, and truly given me something that is priceless, and that is a safe space to authentically be myself. And I really appreciate you.
touche. Much love and respect from the UK. So viewers, you're about to be sent over to Zara's channel. Get ready.